Hey there. It's partying up, celebrating the UFL, all this craziness with the trades and the chaos and the rumors and all that going on. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. This is the UFL show with UFL Jim. It's Chaos Week, baby!
It's the UFL show with UFL Jim, your one-stop shop for all things United Football League. We have a sexual tension, we have the heat, we have the power, we have the news. It's all here on the UFL show with UFL Jim.
Week 5 is here, folks. The Chaos Week, the midpoint of the season. This is a time of reflection. So before we go forward, let us take a look back. How do we think Mike Repole has done as the main face of the UFL through 4 weeks of action? I think he's done pretty decent. I'm going to give him a B. He's been way more active, way more interactive with fans, which is something we've been clamoring for forever. That's commendable, for sure. The meddling with the league and the trades and all that stuff, I could do without. And the antagonistic way that he's sort of been pressuring Birmingham, I could also do without that. It's worked for the one game, but that can only go on for so long. The stadium selections have been awesome. Putting the games in MLS stadiums has worked very, very well, I would say. The meddling and whatnot I could do without. He's a very fun personality. I think overall B is more than fair. Now, what else has gone on in this crazy week leading up to week 5? We've had roster controversies. There's been talks of blackballing players by the league just because it's all headed by the league office. I don't know how much autonomy each team fully has, but that's whatever. There's been a lot of crazy trades. You got Luis Perez to the St. Louis Battlehawks. You got Matt Corral traded for Dorian Thompson-Robinson. You've got Perion Winfrey basically leaving the Stallions by choice and then getting picked up by the Aviators. And then you have Amani Bledsoe to the Storm in that Matt Corral DTR trade. Lots of moves, lots of fun stuff going on. Trades make leagues interesting. Personally, I cannot wait for the day when we have individual team owners, so the trades make a little bit more sense. These are trades that are just trying to make parity a thing in this league, and they're not really the best solution for a lot of these teams. Like, it's not in the best case scenario for the Orlando Storm to trade DTR. It's not in the best case scenario for Dallas to trade Luis Perez. It's a lot of moves to make the league more competitive. And while I think that is fun, and it's fine with the way the UFL is right now, in the future, I want to see that changed. But more than anything, you better buckle up, because week 5 is Chaos Week. It's here, baby! Game number 1, Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We have the DC Defenders facing off against the Birmingham Stallions. You look back in the past of spring football, this would be a premier matchup, but you look at the way things are settling right now. DC is looking like maybe the best team in the league, and Birmingham is coming off of a crisis of identity and just switching quarterbacks left and right. Now they bring in DTR for his first start. It's not looking good in protective, but this is Chaos Week. Weird things happen. What will the crowd look like in Birmingham? I want to see fans show out. I want to see fans show up. I want to see AJ McCarron actually make good decisions. I'm also very intrigued to see if DC can keep up the momentum that they showed from last week. That was insane. Can they keep that up and just steamroll their way to yet another championship? Maybe. But just maybe, the Birmingham Stallions, through all the turmoil, through all of the issues going on, they band together and they take down what many are presuming to be the top team in the UFL. Who knows? Anything can happen, folks. Anything at all. Game number 2, we have the Orlando Storm against the St. Louis Battlehawks. Anthony Becht versus St. Louis, Saturday at 7 p.m. on ESPN. Oh boy, this game. The Storm, the only undefeated team remaining. St. Louis don't know what they're doing at quarterback. Are they going to give Frost another chance? How long of a leash does he have until they pull the plug and slot in the Spring King himself, Luis Perez? I don't know. I still don't fully trust this Storm team, and against the defensive front that St. Louis is going to try and throw at them, I think it's all going to fall on one Plummer's shoulders. But those are some sexy shoulders to fall on. Can he do it? Can the Storm continue this winning streak, or will St. Louis finally get the bounce back and have the season that the league wants them to have, that America wants them to have? The spring football smiles upon the city of St. Louis as they go to Orlando. Can they get a win? Who knows, people? It's Chaos Week! Game number 3. We have the Columbus Aviators versus the Houston Gamblers. Sunday, ABC, noon Eastern. Columbus coming off of their first win of the season. Houston coming off of yet another embarrassing loss. Any loss is embarrassing in this league, especially if you're headed by Kevin Sumlin. This is a game where you take a look at what Columbus was able to do against Dallas, especially in the second half. Run the hell out of the ball. Just eliminate Dallas's will to live. You gotta think they could do something similar against the Roughnecks. And by the Roughnecks, I mean Gamblers. And by Gamblers, I mean losers. I just don't know what Houston can do. But in a week like week 5, what you think is going to happen and what is going to happen don't always line up. It's a lot of confusion, a lot of weird stuff going on. I still don't fully understand what Houston's doing at quarterback. I don't understand their injury situation as it stands. You got to think Columbus is the favorite going in here. You got to think they're going to just pound the rock and eliminate Houston's will to live like they did against Dallas. But I don't know. Maybe Houston has some magic. Maybe Columbus is only good against Dallas because they haven't really looked that good against the other opponents they played. But anything can happen. Because it's Chaos Week! Game number 4. The final game of Chaos Week. Sunday at 3. Part of the ABC back-to-back doubleheader. You have the Louisville Kings versus the Dallas Renegades. Dallas looking for a bounce back. Louisville potentially ripe for a letdown spot after getting their first win of the season. But they also got rid of their quarterback, Jason Bean, in my opinion, one of the more entertaining quarterbacks in the league. I'm still very mad that they did that. I don't know what's happening. I think Louisville feels fine with their backup. I think they're still feeling confident. Their defense is still pretty good. Dallas, I think, off of some rest, maybe get some guys healthy. They're going to maybe try and bounce back here to the throne that they were hoisted upon to start this season. I think we're going to see points. I think we're going to see a crazy game here. I think Austin Reed is going to try and go off. Maybe he might try and do too much. But this one's weird. I feel like in your head you got to go Dallas. In your heart you have to go Dallas. But in my loins, I almost want to go Louisville because it's so sick and twisted and wrong. And that's perfect for this week where up is down and left is right and who knows what's going on. Because it's chaos, as I've said before. My final thoughts going into week 5. What do we see from the new quarterbacks that are thrust into new situations that don't fully understand what's going on? It's also intriguing to see because a big theme going this season has been the coaches with little to no experience and the veteran coaches. So it seems like some teams get an unfair advantage. Well, it's put to the test right now because it's all new versus all experienced, going head to head to see who really is superior. Say what you want, I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be awesome. I think similar to what we've seen in weeks prior, the league itself is trying to push parity. We're going to see some close games. They're aiming for that. I, for one, cannot wait till the day comes when we get owners for individual teams. Once that happens, we can fully branch into being a beautiful spring football league where your wings are flapping and everything is peaches and cream. Mwah. Also to look at, this is the halfway point of the season. It's time to reflect. It's time to look forward, but also to realize and kind of just come into yourself. We're almost halfway done with the UFL this year. The season is gone before you know it. Take every game that you can into your eyeballs, into your ear holes, into your heart, into your stomach, into any orifice that you have. Cram the UFL, because before you know it, the season's done, and we're just left with more spring football to wish for. I'm excited for chaos. I'm excited for the second half of the season. And I'm excited for the United Football League. I'm UFL Jim. I'll see you for the final.